Hey guys, Dabloon here, and we just hit 20k subs on YouTube yesterday, and I'm so excited. So thank you everyone. And to celebrate, I'm going to try to get 1,000 likes on this video. So pop that like button and let's jump into today's strategy, which is going to be the new map Mesa on Chimps Black Border. Today's strategy is brought to you by Bachelor Chalupa, or is known in the Discord Temporary Secretary. And honestly, I've been avoiding this strategy for what seems like forever. It's just not my style and it's kind of hard to execute, but once you actually get it going, it's actually very strong. So jump on in the Discord and give him your thanks, and let's knock this thing out. So the first thing we're going to do is drop this dart monkey, and this was the hardest part for me, guys, because I kept losing in the beginning on round 9 and it was driving me crazy. So what you're going to do is you're going to like drag him along this little track right here, go to where it turns able to place, and then go up. So like up a little bit right there. And the reason why is because we're going to put another one right here in a little bit, and that's going to guarantee our victory around 9. We're not going to have any RNG problems or nothing like that. And you're going to place this guy right there and put him on strong, and place this guy right here and put him on strong. And then we're going to save up for that fourth, I was going to say second, but second round, I guess, fourth dart monkey, and we're going to place him right here. And then with that, we can carry all the way to Oben. And then from there, guys, it's kind of like a walk in the park, but like a walk in the park that might have someone like have their dog on a leash and he kind of jumps at you while you're walking next to him, things like that. It's like, it's not going to be harmful, but it might scare you a little bit. So what we're going to do is place this guy right here. And now we're going to save up for Oben. So here comes that scary part I was talking about. So to get Oben earlier without having to buy other towers to get us to Oben, we're going to place him at the end of this round. But at the end of this round, there's also going to be a lot of blue balloons coming out that we can't handle with the dart monkeys. So we're going to have to quickly place Oben and pop the rest of them, which is not as big of a deal as it sounds. You're just going to place him right behind this monkey right here, and just before the blue balloons get to him, and then you're good to go 100%. You just want to make sure you get him down before those blue balloons come. He's about to be ready now at 700. You place him right there. You can even wait a little bit. Now you're good to go. Just before the blue balloons get to Oben's body or hitbox, whatever you want to call it, you got to knock those things out and get that going. Okay, so now that we're good to go there, the next thing we're going to do is place a ninja right behind Oben. We're starting a little monkey train here, and that ninja is going to be a 302. I did want to mention here on round 15, just drop your brambles. It's very rarely and very seldom does it happen, but sometimes like a balloon will slip by that this guy cannot pop, and so that bramble just guarantees our victory because it puts all of our focus onto one side only, and we're good to go. So now that we got this guy to our 302, what we're going to do is we're going to place our alchemist, and we're going to place him in this little direction right here to where he's not hitting the dart monkeys and he's just on Oben and the ninja. And how it was explained to me is that he has that proximity throwing with his buffing potions, and what that means is that he wants to throw him to the closest monkey possible, meaning that in this time right now it's the balloon jitsu or the ninja, and then it's going to be the sun avatar, which works in our favor. So this is a good little spot from right here, and we're going to get him up to a berserker brew. And the reason why we're doing that is because without it, it's like a hit or miss if we can make it to balloon jitsu. And so getting him to berserker brew makes the ninja strong enough that we are guaranteed to get that balloon jitsu without dying, and we're good to go into 40. So we have our berserker brew right here, and then our balloon jitsu right here. We're going to get acid pool on this guy, and then we're going to get faster throwing as well. We don't necessarily need that right now, but we're going to have a little bit of money left over before round 40, so it just helps to have that because acid pool does help for that Moab sometimes. Now what we're going to do, and our last thing before round 40, is we're going to place this guy right here. We're going to place him right on the edge to when we give him longer range, he'll most likely hit the track, but if not, it doesn't matter because the Moab's hitbox is so large that we'll hit him anyway. So now we're going to get this guy up to a 204 so we can pop that Moab. I meant 024, but I'm sure you guys figured that out because we're going with the Moab press to hold it back. Now, I don't have to explain to you guys how atrocious round 40 can be, but what's going to happen here is that 99% of the, well, like 85% of the time, let's be real, this guy is going to push back the Moab, and then the ninja can pop it because he has berserker brew on him and all that good stuff. But I want to guarantee this is a victory, so I'm going to drop Oben's bramble. But then we all know that there's 50-50 chance of Oben bramble is going to even go on the right side, but it hasn't let me down yet. So I'm going to place Oben's bramble, and he didn't do it. So now we just have to cross our fingers and hope that he can pop it on his own because Oben let us down again. But we should be okay. Let's see here. There we go. So we got really lucky there. Normally it's a lot better of an outcome, but like I said, you have brambles there, and 99% of the time the brambles do work. It's just because I'm on video, got that white coat syndrome, and he didn't want to like put his brambles on the right side, but then you can also beat it on your own. So you guys should be good to go on there. And if you have any problems, just give it another try, because I've only lost to that maybe 2 or 3 times, and I've won to it 15-20 times. So it's definitely a higher ratio of win to lose. Now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to get ready. Well, let me make sure. Okay, stronger stimulant. This is when I get all worked up and I forget stupid things, then I end up losing. So now we have stronger stimulant on this guy. We have a 402 Bloon Jitsu, we have an Oben, and we have this guy who's helping out with the Moabs. Now our next step is getting that sun avatar, and with that we also want to save some money. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 discount villages, then buy our sun avatar or super monkey, whatever you want to call him, and that's going to start wrecking it. So what we're going to do first is remove this right here, and then we're going to get our first village and we're going to place it right here. So as you can see, there's like a top, a middle, and a bottom. We're going to place it like bottom-ish middle, so like right there in that area, right there. Just as long as the range bubble like covers right here, you're good to go. Now you're gonna get monkey business, monkey commerce, then do the same exact thing. Keep this one as close as you can. Monkey business, monkey commerce, and now you're gonna be able to place the ninja or the super monkey right in this area. So let's save up for him. So when it comes to the super monkey, he has a very big hitbox. So you like, or placement, what do you want to call that? It's kind of hard to place him, but if you put the farms or the villages low enough, you can actually place him like in a lot of good spots right here. See how he has a lot of range? So what we're going to do is we're going to place him like right underneath the alchemists, like right there ish. And we also want to make sure he's in range of Oben. So just right in that little general area, you should be good to go. And make sure Oben's still in his range, and he is, so you're good to go. Because on level 11 now, because they did nerf Oben a little bit back, you used to get that magic buff like right away on magic monkeys. Now it only applies to druids, so we have to wait till level 11, but then he's going to be super strong. So now that we got him, it's only 2160 for laser blast, and you guys do need to check that before you keep moving on. If it's any more than 2160, that means you did not place him in the range of both of those, and you want to make sure the little 2 is above his head. Now the next thing we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to save all the way up to a 202. So now for the super monkey, I always go with the top path first, then the bottom, and then ultravision, because you're going to need the ultravision, and it's cheaper than the radar village at this point, and the radar village really wouldn't bring us to any helpfulness. So what we're going to do now, guys, and I did want to explain to you guys the discount villages, you do save like 2 or 3 grand. This guy's 19,000, usually like 23,000. So even with buying 2 villages and then buying the discounts, you do save a chunk of money by getting the sun avatar with that. And I believe you save even more with 3, but we don't got to do all that. 2 is just fine. We're going to be just fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to save up all the way to the sun avatar. Just make sure you have your camo ready to go, and you're going to have 0 problems. So let's sit back, collect 19 grand. So we have enough for our sun avatar now, and just in time, because I'm not sure if we would have been able to handle that. Now we're good to go there. Our next step is going to be getting our spike factory. This placement is a little tough, and the reason why is because you do need to have them in range of the discount village, and the reason for that is because when we get an overclock, if you can keep the full purchase price of the spike underneath 40 grand, then you can have a permanent uptime on your overclock, which means that you click the button and it lasts the entire time, which is really, really good, and that's going to work on our sun avatar, and it's also going to work on our spike factory. So with that said, we have to place it just right because we needed to hit both tracks to get that perma spike going, and then it gets an even more trickerness in the later rounds because you got to make sure it's like even on both sides. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stop the round actually because I don't want to screw something up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this guy as far as we can to the end, and the reason why we go super far is because as you can see, it kind of hits more of the bottom track. Now what I like to do is make sure it stays in the ×2 range, the ×2 monkey, and then put it to where it's a little bit on the bottom track and then not on the top track. And the reason why is because once you get longer range and smart spikes and all that good stuff, it's going to be in range of it and you're good to go. Now what you want to do is just leave it on smart for now. And what smart does, it just kind of puts it on whichever side that all the balloons are coming out. But since they're all going to be even for a while, smart's just going to rack up on both sides. And then later on, we'll have to change that. But for now, do that. So place it to where it's a little bit on the bottom and then not the top, because that's going to come into play a little bit later when we can put it on close and far to pick which side we want the spikes to go on, which will be pretty cool. So now we're going to get 3780 and then we're going to shoot straight up to, actually guys, let's do this first. I want to get bigger radius and then jungle drums just to make sure we're guaranteed a victory with this guy shooting super fast with his Oben buff now and his stronger stimulant and his super speed, all that good stuff. Now we're going to get deadly spikes and then go straight to 32,400 for those perma spikes. So now we're going to grab our perma spike here and I want to check something. So what I was doing a couple times, I'm just running it on normal because on the smart spikes, let's say you don't have any more balloons on this side or whatever, they're just going to put them on that side and kind of uneven it. But normal seemed to kind of make sense to me, and it kind of looks like it's staying even most of the time. So we're going to leave it here for a little bit on normal. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep this guy, and by that I mean I'm going to throw this guy to a acidic mixture dip because we need to make him pop leads so he can pop those DDTs that are going to be coming out. So we're going to place him on acidic mixture dip, and let's get this one Berserker Brew actually too. because that one will be a little bit stronger. Then we'll throw another one on there later for the acidic mixture dip to make sure that he can pop all leads. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get this to primary training, and that's going to buff this guy. And then we're going to get 3 more boomerangs, guys. And these boomerangs are really going to help us out. So we're going to throw him right here. We're going to go this one there. Then we're going to get 2 more. One of them is going to be right here. Let's see, right here-ish. Like as close as you can get it, right there. All right, and then we're going to place another one right here-ish. You just want to keep that discount and that primary village on it is the main thing right there, guys. So we're going to get this guy up to there, and then this one as well. Now we got 4 of these guys. We are good to go. The next step we're going to do, guys, is we're going to, let me think here. We're going to also place our ice monkey because we're going to have to set up for that stall. So what we're doing right now is we're just kind of prepping. And basically how this is going to work is we're going to stall every single round in the 90s, just stall them out with little ice monkey and some ceramics down here for a while Perma spikes rebuild each round. It's a little crazy. It's kind of hard to execute when you've never done it before, but it does work out. So we're going to put this guy against the track right here, and we're going to go right there. And basically what's going to happen is we're going to get a downdraft, and that downdraft is going to throw everything into this guy every time we pop a Moab, which gives our Perma spikes time to reset each round, which is really, really cool. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to grab an overclock. And what that's going to do is, like I was talking about earlier, because we spent under 40 grand on the Perma spike, we're going to overclock and make it shoot out those little spikes faster just so it can regenerate faster. So I'm going to save up until I have the overclock. So we just grabbed our overclock, and I hope you guys have been paying attention to your spikes because normal has been working for me, but it may not work for everybody. Like let's say you placed it a couple pixels different than me. So what we're going to do now is we're going to overclock the sun avatar. And okay, so here's what's going to happen now, guys. See how he kind of claps that guy down there and then it freezes it? Well, that's going to happen at the end of each round, which gives us enough time to regenerate our spikes. But we also need to pay attention because what's going to happen is on certain rounds or whatever happens, we might not have enough spikes on one side only because all these balloons made it through just the top or just the bottom, whatever it may be. So then at that case, we need to change it. And so for instance, like this one on close puts it to the bottom and this one on far puts it to the top. And we have to replenish the side that we need. But for now, we'll leave it on normal. You can leave it on smart, but then that kind of screws up because what's going to happen is since this ice guy's stalling all these balloons down here, it's just going to only place them on that side. And I have personally lost 2 times due to that. And make sure you keep doing your sun avatar. And I just keep losing to that because I forget, and the next thing I know, I'm on level 100 with the bad, and I have no spikes on the top, and I'm like, shoot, and there's no way to regain that, so you're just done, and you did all that work for nothing. So we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get downdraft, like I was saying, but see right here, how that's did it on its own without even downdraft, which is really, really cool. And so what you're going to do is just sit here and wait, and it does take longer. It's way longer than the Druid strat where you just plop them down and just wreck everything, but what's cool is this right here. So now while we're waiting, we overclock this guy, and now he's shooting a lot faster and replenishing our stuff even better, and we're pretty much guaranteed to win every level as long as we can keep perma spikes on each side pretty even. So let's keep on going, just speed it up through things like this, and I'll probably have to skip through a lot because there is a lot of waiting, but it's pretty much a guarantee win. So this is technically micro, you're learning micro, you're learning ability use. This pretty much has everything in it for you to get crazy with this game, because I know it's testing me for sure, because I am not a microer. I never have this helipilot like following me around like this. It's kind of like daunting and scaring me because he won't leave me alone, but it's going to work out, and it's kind of actually kind of fun. So I'm going to skip ahead to when each round ends so we can kind of move this thing along. In cases like this, when you're not sure if it's going to finish, just go with this guy again, because what's going to happen is this will probably take even longer. So we're still in the same round. I didn't skip ahead any rounds. I skipped ahead like 20 seconds because I wanted to tell you guys that too. So basically just keep overclocking until it looks like there's only one left or so, because then you want to get ready for that next round. But right now it's going to be a while. So we could even overclock again, most likely, because this ice guy could just go all day. Okay, so that time he didn't. So I did not overclock a third time. As you probably saw on your own end, what happens if you might not have even had that ice stall on that level. It's going to be different every time of how many ices you have, and you have to kind of just be the judge of that. So as he's kind of getting rid of the ice or the ceramics and shooting them down towards the end of the track, just be the best judge of it. If there's a couple left, don't overclock. If you can tell that he's going to take a while to pop those, then use the overclock again on your guy. It really is not going to make that much of a difference. And then during the rounds, you're going to overclock your sun avatar, because the sun avatar needs to wreck everything right here. So that's what we're working on. Let's buy our overdraft, and this will be the first round that we're going to do this. So you're going to overclock your sun avatar because he's still doing all the damage right now. And what's going to happen is only on this side, don't worry about the top. As soon as these guys pop these ZOMGs down to Moabs, we're going to trace these Moabs around, and then we're going to swing it like this. And you see how he throws them to the ice guy? So now we can stall this round even longer. So do this again and again. You don't have to do it every time, but I just like to be safe. So now look it. Now he's going to sit there and pop those forever how long. So now we can overclock this guy and replenish all of our spikes that we just lost. Now it's a little crazy, and I get that it can be difficult. So just slow it down. And when you see the Moabs, trace the Moabs, follow them around, and then throw it down like that, and then bring it back. Throw it down like that, and then bring it back. And then what we're trying to do is just get as many as we can here to stall even longer. Now, if you're a beginner like me, you want to stall forever. I know the pros like Chewy and everybody, they can probably know exactly how many spikes they're going to need and just keep on going to the next round. I don't. So I'm just going to put as many clumps of ceramics as I can and just sit here and wait until everything's good to go. And now we're good. So now for this round, what we're going to do is, again, same stuff. You're going to sun avatar like this. And what you can do just to make sure you don't mess up or time the Moabs wrong or something, just every time you see Moabs, just do it. And that'll just get you in the habit of it. And then it'll take a little longer, but you'll get used to it. See, look how he shoots them all back. You don't even have to go like a big swoop like I did, just enough to get him to shoot back like that. There you go. I could even be doing this placement wrong. Like you might not even have to do anything. You might not have to flick your wrist like that, but it works and it's working for us. So let's just keep doing it. And then, like I said, our sun avatar is going to be up on his overclock, but we're done with Moab. So now we're going to put it on this guy and we're going to rock this for a few rounds. And now what I want to do too, guys, is I want to just make sure here. Let's grab this guy and put him on, let's put him on acidic mixture dip. And the reason why we're doing that is we want to guarantee that every single spike can pop DDTs for 95, 98, and all that kind of stuff. It looks like he's going to pop these pretty quick, so I'm actually going to wait. So if you guys see this same result, don't use your overclock because he's going to pop them pretty quickly here. Oh, I'm over here stalling even longer. And he's going to pop that, and then we'll move on to the next round. And in which case, we'll just pop our sun avatar like that, and we'll be good to go there. Next thing we're going to do, because we have to have this, I guess I could have got an overclock on that guy, but no worries. Next thing we're going to have to do is get this guy up to a shattering shells. Otherwise, we will lose. This strategy does take a lot of work, guys. So I still do think that the sun avatar or I'm thinking other avatar, the avatar of wrath is a better strategy just because, man, guys, we don't have to do anything. We just plop them down and let them do their job. So again, just keep swiping, keep swooping. And I put it on slow. You guys don't have to if you're good at this, but as you can see, I'm like missing a lot too. And I think you have to be like right over this guy. Yeah, okay, there you go. Just be right on the Moab. So as soon as he's there, just swipe it. Swipe or no swiping. There you go. And then we could have waited till this is the OMG, but like I said, you got to keep practicing, man. If you're like me, you're bad at it and you want to just keep practicing. Okay, so let's sun avatar. But see, the avatar's not even popping anything right now. He's only worried about the top. So it's kind of scary. So let's re-sun avatar with the overclock. Now we're going to do this and then keep flopping them like this. Because we have to stall here, guys. We just ate a lot of spikes, so we have to make sure that we stall. And you can tell too, like at the very top, we just wrecked a lot of balloons because the sun avatar didn't pop everything. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sit here like this and keep doing it. And I think we're still on normal, right? Because normal is doing pretty good. But let's say, for instance, you're like, wow, that top path really just got wrecked. I'm going to put this guy on far for now, and that'll give me more on top. But I'm going to keep it on normal because it looked like pretty good. We're going to overclock this guy one more time. So I hope I'm explaining this as best I can because I really just learned this yesterday, guys. It is a little tough. What we're going to do here too, because DDTs are reckless, as soon as the DDTs come out, we're going to throw down the tree just to help out a little bit to save our spikes as much as we can. And we need to overclock the sun avatar. So we'll overclock sun avatar, put down our tree, and then we'll just go from there. And with this one, guys, you're going to want to have to, we're not going to really have much room to stall. So this one's a little scary. You can try to right here, just keep throwing them, just do this little motion, and there we go. So we were able to stall a little bit. That's good stuff. Now we want to go over to this guy because we have enough money now for shattering shells. We're good to go there. And then we want to overclock this guy right here. I think we're still good on our normal. It looks pretty even on both sides, but you guys be the judge of that. If one side just got completely demolished, then definitely put it on far or put it on close, depending on what you need to do. Now we're going to do this one more time. We're most likely going to be able to overclock this spike factory again. Now that I'm going through all this and talking this thing through, guys, this is pretty crazy. This is pretty intense. I hope you guys are enjoying this because it is kind of difficult. And I hope I don't get a bunch of comments saying like, dude, what are you doing to me? Why would you even think that I'm going to try to do this? But It's not as bad as it looks or sounds, to be honest with you. After you get the flow of it and what's going on and what you're actually doing, it's actually pretty simple. We're about to kill that little frozen guy down there. So what I'm going to do is not overclock the spike factory because I'm not the pro at the timing. So I don't want to mess up. So we'll get the sun avatar here. And now we're on 96. So again, guys, if you're better at timing, go for it. But I'm just going to go like this and just keep swiping back. Keep swiping back. Keep swiping back. And as you can tell too, you should be actually shooting for that particular part, guys. You should have been like putting shattering shells on both sides. But yeah, it's fine. Look how many ices we got down there, though. We're going to rock this round. Keep overclocking your sun avatar. Don't forget about that. Let's get these ZOMGs. Guys, this is some tough stuff. Let's be honest. Okay, so now we're just going to wait for those Moabs to come out. We can pop down a Bramble, too, to get real crazy with it. Now we want to do this. Okay, now they're coming out. So as soon as we get those Moabs, start following them and tossing them when they pop. Okay, so toss them. Toss them. Toss them. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to overclock this guy and keep with the motions, guys. We're going to get this guy up to a Moab Shredder and Spike Storm and then get him. Oh, no. No way. Okay, that wasn't a good idea. I was supposed to go top path, but I'm so used to going Perma Spike that I went the wrong path. So don't do that. Definitely don't do that. Ugh. Ugh, guys, I don't even know what I just did there. Oh well, we'll figure it out. All right, so overclock this guy again. I hope that doesn't break the game. So what he does is he's guaranteeing our victory for around 100 because he throws out all of his spikes and then the bad can't know what to do with himself and he just, you know, dies. So I probably messed something up there, but we'll worry about that later. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get this guy up to here and we're going to get our sun avatar. And this one, you're not going to get as much stalls, but the problem is you need a lot of stalls. So you got to be careful with this one because we need a ton of stalls. So what I'm going to actually do is not use shattering shells. Well, actually I should. Let's do that. Let's put this guy right here on this side. So he'll help out that side. But on this side, I want enough time to stall. So I'm going to let the sun avatar do it himself, if that makes sense. Probably not the smartest play, but it'll work. Now we're going to put this guy here. All right, so what we're hoping is that when he pops, he can take away there we go. He takes away the fortified, no big deal. Good stuff. Okay, now what we're gonna do is hopefully pop this thing. Are you kidding me? Pop it. Okay, so luckily we got our little boomers there holding them back for indefinitely. And now we're going to do this. Okay, so start throwing them, start throwing them, start throwing them. There we go. More than one, more than one. Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. That is so bad. Now 98 with not a full arsenal. Oh, okay, we'll be okay. So now for 98, guys, 98 does get a little tough. So I'm going to slow this one down the entire time. So what you're going to have to do on 98, we just sun avatared or we overclocked the spike factory. So we're going to have to overclock sun avatar as soon as it's ready. But in the meantime, what we're going to do here is we're going to, what are we going to do? Oh, we're going to shatter shells both sides. So just stick with it. So hit a couple on each side and then bounce back and pop these ones. And then bounce back and pop these ones because we need everyone to be no shattered. Just no fortifieds, nothing like that. No BFB pizza shattered, fortifieds, nothing like that. Hey, I just realized, are the fortified Moabs pufferfish too? Sun avatar, your overclock. I think I'm going to lose because I'm all curious now. What I'm talking about is the BFBs or the Moabs that were fortified were just regular Moabs. They weren't pufferfish, but the BFBs are fortified pizzas. I don't know. All right, so what I'm going to do here, guys, again, same stuff. You're going to hope that they can pop all that stuff up there, and that's where it gets a little scary. Pop them, pop them, pop them, pop them, pop them, pop them. Okay, now keep on throwing throw your ice guy over here. Throw him some bones. Get him over. Okay, okay. Clap him, clap him. He's just not even stopping him right now. He doesn't even care. Okay, so we're good there. Keep going, guys. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You have to do it. Okay, look at that. He's throwing a bunch. That's good. Oh, not that many. Okay. It's better when you go faster, I swear. Okay. Oh, he's shattering their shells. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. We're blowing this right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is two things. We're going to overclock this guy. We're going to put him on close for a little bit. Because I don't know if you guys realize, but we did lose a lot right there. So we're going to do that. What we're also going to do is we have enough money for it. I'm going to buy another one of these, but put it right here, hopefully. Right here. There we go. The reason why I'm putting it so close is because I can't differentiate Well, I guess you could just go here and hit the ability, but I want to make sure the right abilities hit. So we're going to use the right one. Okay, so we're still overclocking. We're still freezing. We got everything going here. I can actually just sit here and let these freeze even longer. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's put this guy on this guy one more time. And 99 is going to be a little rough, but I think we can handle it. Oh, guys, this is scary. This is a scary strategy. I can't believe I even went through with this thing. This is nuts. Okay, so now we're going to do this. I guess just let them destroy our defenses. Okay. We're going to put this guy back on far. Oh, you see what I did there? I did it again, guys. I did it again. You can't take me anywhere, guys. So what I did there, if you weren't paying attention, was I actually left him on close, and I do that every single time. So when I left him on close, he wasn't putting any spikes over here, and we need them all on this side for 100 because the bad's on this side. So I literally single-handedly probably ruined this entire match because of that. But if you just remember to put it back on normal or smart, whatever it is, you'll probably be fine. We'll probably be fine here, to be honest, because I have 2 of these little spike guys that I'm going to blast out at the right time. But what happens is they're not enough to fully pop the bad. And so what ends up happening is, what happens? He comes over here and then just loses. So anyways, leave this guy on far so he attacks this side. Let's overclock him one more time here. We should actually be good because that stall worked out pretty well. So remember, you want to stall each round, especially 99, and then you want to make sure your guy is putting it on both sides, but for 100 it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, guys, I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. All right, let's do this. Let's put our tree down because we can. Let's put our brambles down because we can. And let's overclock the sun avatar. And what we're going to do as soon as they get by, the bad gets by both of these, we're going to blast both of them. Just go. So right now, blah, blah, blah. Does that work like that? I think so, yeah? Okay. There we go. That's it. That's it, guys. So I hope that worked for you guys. I know my explaining wasn't as good as it could have been because I am not yet like mastered or even come close to the strategy. I hope you guys got the gist of it, which is to throw ceramics back to the ice tower. By stalling with the downdraft, you throw them back in there, and then you keep overclocking the spike factory to get up both sides. Make sure to change your targeting on the spike factory if you need to. So on 98, when it wrecks the top only, make sure to replenish that top for 99, but then don't forget to not replenish the other side because you do need to be even. And then on round 99 and a half, when it looks good to go, just put them all on far so you can get ready for that top path and then blast off with your spike shooter thingies or whatever those are called. Are those spike shooters? Yeah, spike shooter ability, and then wreck it from there. Please let me know below if this helped you guys, and hopefully in the future I can explain this a little better. I know it wasn't the best, but hopefully you guys got through it and blackboarded this like I did. Let's check it out just to make sure we did. All right, so there's our black border right there. It's a real thing. It did happen, and it was with this strategy. I hope you guys liked it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys next time.